Hi, I'm Lady Kimsing, editor of the IdentityWeek.net portal. Today I'm speaking with Ash Diffey, head of APAC and Japan at Ping Identity, who are gold sponsors at Identity Week Asia in September. Thanks for joining me this morning. Could you just start by explaining the enterprise identity security solutions that Ping Identity develop?
Sure thing, Evie. Thank you, and thanks for having me on. We're really excited about Identity Week. It's looking like it's going to be great to see everyone getting together again. So a little bit about Ping. We've been on quite a journey. We started off in the enterprise space as a single sign-on and a very traditional, what is now a traditional single sign-on and MFA solution. Over time, we've evolved our platform to do a lot more than just single sign-on and MFA. And unlike a lot of other identity solutions that exist in the market today, we chose not to build our strategy out around the identity stack in the traditional sense of going after different parts of identity, so privilege access management and IGA and those sorts of things. Rather, we focused on the user journey, and that maps to both workforce use cases, partner use cases, and customer identity and access management, which is obviously a very exciting space as the world is changing. And we're seeing more and more digital identities and the importance of digital identity in customer space. So what that means is that we're focused on that user journey of going from an unknown identity through to a known identity and helping organizations give a better experience to their customers moving through their digital properties seamlessly. We focus a lot on the or unknown identity space. So we're identifying who you are and validating who you are before you actually become a registered identity. And once you become a registered identity, because we've got lots of good signals about you, we can use that information to give you as a consumer or as an employee a really good feeling that your digital identity is known and you don't have to MFA all the time. You may only MFA if you have to when circumstances change. And then for the organisations, we're giving them a lot of good insights into the way customers and their workforce users are moving through their digital properties. And then, of course, if someone shouldn't be using the digital identity anymore, offboarding them. A really important part of that whole process is when we understand what a person or a digital identity should be and what those signals are, it gives a really strong foundation to create digital identifiers. So a digital identity such as a digital wallet or a digital license.
Brilliant. And sort of we've covered it on our portal. DNR are just one solution provider who have recently integrated with your Ping One Davinci platform. What are the key features and benefits of this platform for crafting digital user journeys, enhancing that?
Yeah, great question. They are an exceptional technology platform. We've worked with them for many, many years now. And that's a great example of us being able to integrate with other identity solutions in the same space as us that have either got an adjacent or a complementary, sometimes competing technology, where we don't seek to have Ping do everything, because we know that a lot of our customers, especially in the enterprise space, have gone and built some solutions around biometrics and verification, which is where Daon plays a really critical role with some of our customers. Davinci is one of the most exciting technology acquisitions that we've made as an organization. It enables customers to rapidly integrate technology applications such as Daon as part of the solution, but then integrating their own applications in a more rapid fashion. So rather than having to code everything, it's a low-code integration platform where you can focus on connecting the workflows in, and that means that we're seeing savings of up to 10 weeks of time per application of developers and coders. So it's pretty significant, and it's really making it a lot easier for customers to make their identity deployments and their customer solutions integrate seamlessly and in a faster time to deployment.
How are you balancing kind of two sides of the spectrum? You have to obviously think about data security, enhancing the user experience. Is data privacy at the heart of Ping Identity solutions?
Security of data and data privacy go hand in hand. So Ping is an identity security organization at its heart. That is what we do. We provide identity solutions that first and foremost are secure. And ultimately, the philosophy is really simple there, Evie. If you've got all these great security platforms and systems in place, if I can be Evie, then I can access everything that Evie's allowed to access. So we absolutely do have to keep the security aspect of it is primary, but then we want to make sure you've got a frictionless experience through everything you do as well. So we want to make sure that we're not making it too hard for people to interact with digital properties, to be able to move in and out seamlessly, or apply a step-up authentication or friction where we think there's a good reason to. So you might be accessing highly sensitive information. That's where we'll make it a little bit more challenging for you to access. But as far as your data and your privacy, that goes back to the same process again. When we are enrolling you and going from that unknown identity to a known identity, we're making sure that we're getting a lot of really good signals and data points about you so that we can keep that secure and we can use those as good identifiers for you. But all of that information is, of course, kept very securely under lock and key so that nobody could ever imitate you.
Great. What trends are emerging in the industry that you're seeing? And where do you think your business will fit within the spectrum of solutions?
Sure. I think there's essentially three major trends underway at the moment. There is organizations going through digital transformation or moving from legacy identity stacks into modern identity platforms, and they are looking for a way to do hybrid IT. So they're looking for things to integrate their traditional databases, which they may keep on premise for a multitude of reasons, and being able to integrate with SaaS platforms and move into the modern era of software and software delivery. There is very clearly a push around MFA globally. I think from a security standpoint, with zero trust frameworks and a lot of other government frameworks, MFA is the single thing that everyone can reasonably quickly deploy. Doing it in a way that doesn't just suddenly make everyone have to MFA every time they log into an application. This goes back to frictionless and understanding the users. By doing dynamic MFA and having good risk assessments of activities happening at the same time is deploying a more meaningful MFA structure and reducing the propensity of MFA fatigue and people just accepting an MFA and letting it happen. So that's really important, striking that balance. So that's probably the second one. And then the third one is going to your question about Davinci, orchestration and accelerating the rate of deployment and the ability to connect your identity platform and that security framework with more applications more rapidly is absolutely the third thing that we're seeing in the market at the moment.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for speaking with me today.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Evie. Look forward to seeing you at the event.